Hey folks, rinimt here, and happy Halloween! It's time for All Saints Wake 2024. And, well, let's just get started with the pumpkin-headed apparition. The Aether-starved Ahriman. It's been more than a few moons since last we met, friend. As it so happens, I have a proposition suited to your talents. Are you prepared to throw caution to the wind to consort with Fiends most foul once again? Of course you are, but before we get to the heart of the matter, let's reflect upon the history of All Saints Wake. On this night, two fell fiends emerged to cavort and careen, unconcerned with the judgments of those on high, for the halls of the saints' heavenly abode ring with merriment as the wine flows freely, and no one can be bothered to look down. Thus did God-fearing folk greet this particular sunset with trepidation, fearing not to venture from their homes no longer. Nay, for adventurers came and drove out the void set, restoring safety to the city streets and marking the occasion as one of jubilation. That's all well and good, but what of the poor, forsaken fiends? Are they, too, not deserving of revelry? I wish to see All Saints Wake reborn as a celebration for all, be they ghosts, Gridanian, or otherwise. And how do I propose to accomplish this feat? Abiding obligations, friend. I've convinced the more sinister sorts to enter into contracts which forbid them from preying on mortals. In exchange, they are permitted to partake in the festivities. But there's one troubled soul who seems incapable of getting into the spirit of things. Perhaps you'd be willing to help them, give them a helping hand? Nothing too devilishly difficult, I promise. Before you get started, you'll want to get a grasp of the particulars by speaking with Papa Gruff. He ought to be performing one of his shows by the entrance to a great lone brewery. Now I shall be watching your performance with great interest. Although it pains me so, our humble performance must draw to a close. Let's then end things on a high note. Ladies and gentlemen, I bid you feast your eyes on fantastic Philcox in this transformation magics. What was that all about? The clown and whatnot was a right laugh, but that last bit was bleeding rubbish. Come on, let's get out of here. Once more, he failed in muster of even an ounce of magical prowess. I had the crowd in the palm of my hand. It'd have been toast of the toast of the town if not for your blunder. And there you go, shrieking the same old tune. I've had that to my eyeball with this farce just because you know a few cheap tricks doesn't give you the right to treat me like that. I can't stand the sight of you, let alone the thought of taking you to the stage with you again. Good riddance. Well, fate has conspired for us to cross paths once again. Out with it, then. I know you're not here to swap pleasantries. A foul fiend failing to get into the spirit of All Saints Wake. I'd wager you speak of Philcox, the fellow who stormed off in a huff. Like most of our ilk, Philcox and I have an insatiable appetite for ether. But unlike your garden variety void scent who hunt hapless mortals like beasts, we prefer to say our hunger with their enthusiastic approval. I tell you, there's no ether as delectable as you'll find in food gifted in genuine appreciation, which set me to thinking perhaps preying on mortals was an old-fashioned and misguided approach. Thus I commit to giving folk the sort of frights that dazzle and delight, winning hearts and minds in the process no small number of ether-laden delicacies. And what better occasion for such terrifying amusement as All Saints Wake? The method is catching too. Many voids now seek ether in this matter. Philcox is one such reformed individual. I first laid eyes upon him, I sensed promise. If I hit him in front of a crowd, and you're lucky to get a smattering of half-hearted applause, let alone a few measly crumbs. He'd be better off hearing from the Ahriman's mouth, though. He can't have gotten far. That snivel and whelp of an imp. Magic's this, magic's that. The sheer unbridled cheek of it. Philcox is practically frothing at the mouth. Someone senses he by his treatment at the hands of Papa Gruff. He must soothe him before attempting to start a conversation. Okay, yeah. Soothe. Apologies, I had taken leave of my senses. Your timely intervention is much appreciated. Wait, by the look of you, I'd say you're an adventurer. Let me guess, that pumpkin-headed lady sent you to check up on me, did she? I suppose it won't hurt to tell you my tale. Try as I might, I just can't get the hang of transformation magics. One of them means to delight the crowds were starved for appreciation. I'm an Ahriman, praying, paralyze and pray with this big eye of mine? Not a problem. Turning him to stone with petrifying glare? Trifling task. Hells, I can even smell despair and all manner of negative emotions in the people around me. Obviously, paralysis and petrification won't win over an audience. And my metaphorical nose for despair isn't going to put ether on the table either. I ought to just tell that pumpkin-headed lady I'm not cut out for this business. If you're here at her behest, you better come too. I gather he had a hand in Philcox's decision to lay bare his thoughts and feelings. Not that it did any good. I'm still stuck at square one, underappreciated, underfed. Such a curious child. Are you truly so blind to your own potential? No doubt you have an inkling as to what I speak of. Pray, share your wisdom with Philcox. Smell dark emotions. Use your gift to help those in need. Stand out any negativity you sense within the conflict. Smell dark emotions. Use your gift to help those in need. Well, you'd be hard-pressed to find a void sign who suggests that. I don't see how helping others helps me. But then again, I know little of mortal ways, so perhaps I should heed your advice. Wait, I see the logic in it now. What better way to make use of my talents and knock that pompous Papa Gruff off right off his pedestal? No. I'm getting ahead of myself. I have no idea where to start. Perhaps I can lend a hand with a little light of hand. Hold still. Not only is the guaranteed to turn heads, each and every thread is spewed with potent magic to aid in your newfound purpose. Oh, you know, I think I can feel it. Perhaps this isn't going to be so tough after all. There you are. You know, I thought to apologize for my harsh words earlier, but since our act was my initiative, and therefore our success, or lack thereof, was ultimately my responsibility, I sense that you've been scheming. It pleases me to inform you, Papa Gruff, that I found a way to win over mortals on my own terms. I find that hard to believe, and since you seem so confident, why don't we have ourselves a contest? Whoever garners the most affection and thereby the largest share of the ether-rich victuals wins. And to victor go the spoils. Of subservience, the loser will be bound to obey the ever win. How does that sound? You're on! I hope you're ready to bow and scrape. That mortal epithet about one's bark being worse than one's bite comes to mind. Prepare yourself, Philcox. I know I've got this marvelous magic outfit, but I'm still not entirely convinced that I have what it takes to be Papa Gruff on my own. Come with me! Just until I get the hang of things. That's all I ask. Very well. I shall leave Philcox in your capable hands. All fiends sated on All Saints' wake. How about we try and find the troubled soul in need of aid? But let's get out of here first. Right, time to look for our folk harboring negative feelings. Give me a moment. I don't know if that has anything to do with that pumpkin-headed lady's enchantment, but my powers feel more potent than ever. I already found someone. Whoever they are, they're awfully flustered. They're to the northeast, I think. So, not sure where exactly. The roads here can be confusing. Truth be told, this is my first time in the city. I've got a decent sense of direction, but I've yet to grasp the lie of the land. Could I trouble you to lead the way? Our flustered target is northeast of here. I'll be right behind you. Philcox is now accompanying you. Blah, 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 blah. I have to do this tutorial every time because it's an event. Oh, come on. You would do that. The delighted woman. Such glee. They mentioned a clown headwriter. They've just had their privilege of seeing one of Papa Gruff's performances. Listen, I'll be the first to admit that he's an expert illusionist and you've only got to look at folk like these ladies to see he knows how to work a crowd. But I won't be upstage. I'll prove that there's more than one way to win over an audience by following your timely advice, that is. Given the light written on their faces, our opponent must have earned himself some sustenance, which means we've no time to lose. Onward! The flustered fellow. Oh gods, where has she gone to? This must be a fellow my senses were leading me to. Shall we find out what ails him? You there! What's gotten you so worked up? Oh, forgive me. There was this poor little girl who'd been separated from her mother. I was helping her to look, but she suddenly disappeared. I can't simply abandon her, but then again, I have an urgent personal matter to attend to, and I don't know what to do. In that case, while I and my associate look for the girl, then you can see to your affairs without worry. Thank you, thank you! She's the last dressed in blue. I hope you're able to find her forthwith. A raid? Why the rain? He certainly was appreciative, yet here I am empty-handed. Forget the food. We have a lost child to find! I'm detecting a despairing presence to the east of here. Odds are it's the girl, which means I have need of your navigation noose. Once again, after you. I thought this would be a fun opportunity to cruise some appreciation, but the poor girl's beside herself. She keeps calling out for Mama. Might I enlist your help? This must be the last lass we've been looking for. If we want to earn her thanks, we'll need to reunite her with her mother, wouldn't you say? Means we have a lady to locate. Any suggestions? Why don't you try coming up with an idea yourself? I know I can't keep relying on you, but just thinking about having to think for myself is making me anxious. That's it. Anxiety! That's how one would feel having misplaced their offspring, right? And that's the emotion I need to find. Founder, I don't know which is the bigger boon, having you by my side or this fancy finery. I think I've learned my way around the city more or less. I'll handle this next part on my own. Wait here. I'll be back with the girl's mother in no time. Oh, be praised, you're safe. You have my eternal gratitude. Thank you for fighting Mama, mister! Do you believe me now, Papa Gruff? Sweet, sweet appreciation, all courtesy of my special talent. I can't help but notice they didn't offer you anything edible by way of things. For my part, I've already been rewarded with a tasty morsel. That said, the gift of food is far from guaranteed. Indeed, perseverance is key, which is why I find myself performing show after show. I suggest you approach this contest with the same tenacity, Philcox. I'm afraid he's right. Constant effort is key. Luckily, I sense another troubled soul while tracking down the girl's mother. I better see what I can do to help. You know, I think I'm ready to go it alone now. Why don't you help our Pumpkinhead benefactor now? I'll come and find you when I'm done. Well, I'm afraid my next performance calls. So we meet again, adventurer. The adventurer returns at the precise moment I predicted. I do hope keeping Philcox's company wasn't too taxing, with our fiend in his endeavors. You have my thanks, truly. Speak of the devils! Here they come. Oh dear. I turned up a damn sight harder than anticipated. All I had to show for my travails is a single cookie. I think the first gift I've received would prove to be the last. Curses! I didn't receive so much as a crumb. I suppose this means you win. Very well. I'm yours to command, Papa Gruff. You admit defeat far too readily, Philcox. Hooray! We found you! I want to thank you properly for helping me and Mama. I brought you a pumpkin cookie. Simply scrumptious! I'm glad you like it. Farewell. That makes it one apiece. A draw then. Still, Philcox, while you had some assistance along the way, you've nevertheless done yourself proud. To think I'd live to see the day Papa Gruff sings my praise. Awfully kind of you to finally admit that I might have worth. Is that all you desire? My begrudging assumptions? Have you forgotten your reason for joining in the festivities in the first place? Of course I haven't. The good people of Gridania are still in need of my help. And where there are common folk in need, there are cookies to be freed. They're given to me. Adventure, I had better get going, but before I do, let me say this. I might have found a way to make the most of my talents, but I wouldn't have been able to do so without you and the pumpkin-headed lady. I'm sure we'll run into each other again one of these days. Till then. The promise I sensed in Philcox when he and I first met was an illusory after all. I should take my leave too. It would be remiss of me to allow him to garner all the glory, to say nothing of the cookies. I'd say those two fiends ended up having themselves a frightfully fun-filled All Saints' Wake, wouldn't you agree? And for your part in this fitting reward, I present to you a set of finery, as worn by Gridania's most emotionally perceptive Ahriman. Perhaps you wonder if your outfit is endowed with the same enchantment? You needn't worry, there never was an enchantment. The little charade was my way of giving Philcox the confidence he so sorely lacked. Though, although I dare say such a measure was unnecessary, given he had few to cheer him on. Before I forget, you are hereby cordially invited to my humble abode for a get-together of sorts. You'll drop by. I assure you'll be frightfully entertaining. Anyway, your help is much appreciated. At this rate, my vision of an All Saints Wake for mortals and voids and the like might not be such a distant prospect. Though I do hope that these shenanigans have instilled your enthusiasm for this most occult of occasions. You now have access to Sneaky Hollow. Speak with the unusual usher at Mikado's amphitheater to be escorted to the costume party. So, it's the same thing that's, you know, around every year. The little house. Oh, there's a new item. Let's buy it. What'll the girl have to say? As you can see, I'm having no trouble eating myself a cookie or two. Now, if you don't mind, I'm in the middle of the show. Do me a favor and go bother Philcox instead. Is he? What do we have around here? Before I go in. Dryer. Game. Oh, hey, it's you. Hey, it's Philcox. Oh, it's you. I'm definitely starting to get a hang of this whole helping mortals lurk. Hell, I'm even enjoying myself. Anyone else? At least... Oh, there's the... Culinarian NPC. Not seeing anyone else I really recognize around here. Yeah. That is fair. That is... Once they're inside, they could be... You can't jump the fence. Right. I don't see... I feel like you're past the bed. Haunted Manor is now accepting. Aha, right, yeah. Haunted Manor and also Sneaky Hollow. Right, they're two different areas. We got this area, which I'm guessing has had, like, no cool changes or anything. It's just, you can look around. Otherwise, you've got have words. You got the imps. Color journey unforgettable. Traverse your memories. 1000. Okay. You. This one? Veil. Oh, it's... Okay. So... I guess this is Endwalker. Aha! It's Brandahild! I feel like the Endwalker one is new. Millicrum. Yeah, I think these ones... I don't remember these ones last year. Maybe they were here. Iron Man. You. Guess you're here because of the Iron Man who traveled. Okay. Could be Aaronville. Is Aaronville. Rallyman, desperate to restore the broken remains of his homeland. His name. I'm going to give children brighter future. Millions. And Elsaman. Portiono. Stormblood, Shadowbringers. I guess this CPC will eventually have Dawn Trail, probably. But for now, there is no Dawn Trail NPC. Regardless. Oh gosh, my inventory is such a mess. What to do? What am I doing? Not that. Regardless, I guess I'll just use this tree. Good emote. I know what a good emote is. Maybe not that far back, though. Anyway! Thank you all for watching. Very nice. I'm doing a little better at deposing now. Thank you all for watching. Happy Halloween! Or whatever it is you happen to celebrate in place of Halloween. May you get lots of candy. If you enjoyed the video, consider tossing a like, comment, subscribe, click the little bell for notifications. I am still in the midst of doing Dawn Trail right now. The recording's actually done for the story for Dawn Trail, but it's still going through it. But yeah. And also other things are going on. Wow. No one miss out! But thanks for watching. Social media links in the description, including Discord. You can get notifications there too. And until next time, this is rinimt signing out. Bye! Also, wings. Look at the... Thanks, Gabe. Look at the cute little wings. Excuse me, aren't they so cute?